All right, guys, now we're entering the Reddit story segment. This one reads, am I the a-hole for skipping Christmas with my parents since they don't treat me like an adult? I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 33 male, for almost 2 years now. We will be getting married eventually, but it's not a priority. My mom won't let us share a bed if we come see them for any reason. When we came over last summer, my boyfriend suggested renting a hotel so that we could have privacy and a comfortable bed. It drove my mom nuts that we bypassed her little rules. She wouldn't drop it the entire time we were there. She made me promise not to do that again. My boyfriend's mom and dad retired to Mexico and are really chill, so we made plans to come visit them over Christmas. They are not Christians, so they don't really care when they see their son in regards to religious holidays. We didn't tell my parents we weren't coming. My mom asked me at Thanksgiving if I was going to hold to my promise not to stay in a hotel over Christmas. I answered truthfully that I would not stay at a hotel. I am sitting here on the balcony of my future in-laws condo, looking at the Caribbean, waiting for a sunrise and enjoying the peace and quiet. I made the mistake of going online yesterday and saw a bunch of posts from my mom and my sisters about how I was a jerk for lying to them about my plans. I may have been a little tipsy last night because I decided to respond. I said that it was ridiculous of them to try and tell me I couldn't share a room with my boyfriend, that I was keeping my promise by not staying at a hotel when we were there, and that if they planned on putting everything on Facebook, I would be avoiding all visits for the foreseeable future. They took down their posts when people started crapping on them for trying to control me, but some people did agree with them. Now they are texting me and calling me to say I was an a-hole for making them look bad. I asked them if they were trying to make me look good with their posts. They stopped for a while, but there were more texts and voicemails this morning. I'm kind of liking the idea of skipping out on all the drama for now on, but I miss my dad. He is blameless in all of this. Am I the a-hole? I'm a Christian, so speaking as for my family, yes, we don't believe in quote unquote shacking up, staying in the same room, the same bed, if you guys aren't married. So I don't think your parents are wrong because in their house it's their rules. That's what they feel. You are 27 and he is 33. You guys are grown. But if you want to be grown, you got to go be grown somewhere else. That's the notion my parents would take. Like, if you want to be grown, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, you could do it. You just ain't going to do it here. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to do it here. So, yeah. Would my parents think it's weird that I'm then leaving because of that rule? They would, but they would also probably be like, I mean, I would prefer KK stay here and they just do this, but since they want to do it their way, they're paying the cost by having to get a hotel and travel and blah, 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 instead of just having the convenience of being here with the family. I don't know whether or not that would totally annoy them or would it be like okay, this is what it is. But you said have a comfortable bed. So let's just say that the two separate rooms, one is like a futon that rolls out, but it's not comfortable. And the other one's like a blow up mattress. If you're staying for like a weekend or like 3-4 days for Christmas and stuff like that with the family, that's not the ideal sleeping setup. And if all we have to do is just go get a hotel, we're respecting you by not being in your house under the same, roof in the same bedroom, but I'm going to go sleep more comfortably elsewhere. So I can see both sides to it. I'm not going to hold you. Yeah, I do think you're wrong because you didn't tell your family you weren't coming on Christmas. Yeah, you didn't tell them that you weren't coming on Christmas. You just said you weren't going to sleep in a hotel. You were being more sarcastic, like, yeah, I won't be in a hotel this Christmas. Why? Because I'll be with my in-laws in their house and I won't be here or in a hotel. So that's where you are the a-hole, because you could have communicated that to them, but they were wrong for blasting it on Facebook, because in what world does a public forum need to hear about our sleeping arrangements? And I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I get it. You want to be comfortable. You want your own privacy. You want your own room. Probably, what if it's a bunch of people in the house? You just want your own stuff, your own space. So yeah, get a room. Yeah. But under their house, it's their rules. And I do feel like you did respect that. You technically just went elsewhere. and you had to pay the cost for it. So yeah, I really don't feel like you're wrong for what you did. How you handled it by not telling them is where it was a little foul, because they probably expected you that Christmas and you just weren't there. You were in Mexico. But I guess that speaks to how close you and your family are, because that wouldn't be the case. I would never just like not be home for Christmas and also be somewhere else and also be watching the sunrise and in the Caribbean, like without telling them. Like, that's foul. But I'm close to my family. You know what I mean? So I just couldn't imagine doing that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think in the comments? Do you think that she's completely wrong across the board? Or do you think that the parent, the mom specifically, went a bit overboard? Apparently her dad is blameless. I'm curious what his true opinion is about it all, if he's revered to be the silent one and he hasn't said against, I guess, either side. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.